shared that region at one point in my life. Yeah. So I'll definitely check in with him, family. Yeah. Just shoot me a message in my DM and I will check in with I'll check in with Ralston. Stop put things in the universe, brother. Me tell the people them say it's only one constituency me that the only way I will go into politics is if them put me to go against Mark Golden in a Mark Golden constituency. That's the only way I will get into politics. But this is not the political platform. It's a music platform. So we're going to talk about that over the political platforms. If you're not following me over there, make sure you follow Politics and Religion, Politics Religion with Mr. V. Yeah? So Ralston, leave me alone. Leave me alone, Mr. Ralston. Now, Trapped is the first member do a song. And I find it difficult to watch the video. It's the first song I've ever done in my life. And the song is so powerful that I cannot watch the video. I have not watched Trapped video in its entirety. I have managed to get past some part of the video, but I cannot watch the whole thing. It's weird. Yeah? Etana's voice is so powerful. It couldn't have been a better artist that I collaborated with on this song. It would have to be Whitney Houston. If it were not for Etana, it would have had to be like Whitney Houston or Anita Baker or those type of singers. Like if I were to get the opportunity to work with a Whitney Houston or Anita Baker, this is the type of record I would make. Like them powerful record of them, you know, them type of powerhouse singer there, Shaka Khan, them type of powerhouse singer there. Chevelle Franklin, yeah. It's not to sing a song like this, there has to be a level of strength in singing a song like this. Yeah? And if you have not seen the video as yet, please take time out and try and watch the video. Because I also understand that this video can be, you know, somewhat, you know, a trigger to some people. The message had to be, we had to put forward the message. Someone had to say it. But I do understand that some people can be triggered by the video and the song. Especially the video. The video is, trust me, kudos to the brother who acted the predator in the video. Literally acted a predator in the video. Great actor. The mother who played the role, the daughter who played the role in the video was trust me. But as I said before, I don't really get to go through the video. Ralston, you see video yet? It's very, very interesting. It's a very, very interesting tune. See? If you haven't heard it as yet, you can check it out. Well, let me give you a little piece of it. All right. I think from the get-go of the song, you know, from the song start, we were actually in studio.
21st.
We were in studio and a little girl was in the studio and I said to her mom, can you let her do the intro on the song? She was just in the studio and I just said to her mom, can you let her do the intro on the song? And her voice and everything just totally blew the studio away. Yeah. So if you have not heard it, I implore you to check it out.
Mommy, there's a monster in the dark.
Yo, listen to me now, man. It's powerful, you know. It's powerful, man. It's a voice come like it cut through you straight. That's like two powerful people. A song too powerful. A song powerful. Remember me tell you, that song really powerful. And it's interesting. I've seen a lot of reviews on the song. Big up on yourself, the people who review it. I saw a review today, and the young lady in the interview, or the lady in the interview, she said she hoped that I see the review. Yes, I saw the review. Yeah, man. And trust me, even me shed a tear when Jay will send me the video. I still not watch the video yet. I reach a part of the video. Yeah, I have to watch it basically to give my feedback. I forward it to Itana. You know, next day I watch it and me just give my thumbs up and say, yeah man, it good, but me can't get to focus on it because trust me, the man in the video creepy. And and if it's just acting and it can be so creepy to me where as a father star, me can imagine where some woman go through without some stepfather and some father where I violate them, I will violate them. You can just imagine how some woman have to live with all them things I know say. Them father, them uncle, them brother, you know, violate them with them. Man and woman too, you know, because sometimes we talk about the women them, you know, and we don't even talk about the boys. We go through them things, you know. And whole if a boy pick go through them something and I have to hold it, you know. Enough woman know too. Enough woman know say them boy pick go through them things and through shame and pride and them thing there, you know. Then they make man go to prison, you know. It's a whole heap of youth get violated. And you know, male and female, where the mother or the worst grandmother, grandma not talk. Because grandma don't want the church people to look down upon her. She don't want the people in the community to look down upon her. Because grandma gonna feel like say, if she talk, people are gonna blame her she too. Or people are gonna, and sometimes a grandma pitney, you know, I do it, you know. Sometimes a grandma pitney, you know, we're living at the same house where grandma live, you know. And grandma know where I go on to. Yeah, man. That's why you see it's important for when you leave your pitney with people, you know, we all left your pitney with. You have to know them something there. Yeah. You have to watch your pitney them like a hawk. So, a song here for the victims them star. And there are arguments circulating, so we are talking about a specific individual. Though that may be so, but it's not just one somebody. But you know, so we write music after events that unfolded. So though it may be true that the inspiration came from a specific situation, but it is not limited to just that situation. It's a massacre. At the end of the day, we have to be honest with the inspiration, because you know what? The inspiration stop come. So we have to be honest with the inspiration. Zane? But it's not just limited to one, because there are countless women and men on this earth where the mother turn a blind eye, where the mother friend up, the mother still in a relationship with the predator. And there are women who put out them daughter, kick out them daughter, and keep the predator. There are women who collect a thing to keep the secret. You see what I say? There's so many situations that enough woman can relate to them thing there, enough man can relate to them thing there. The women who to keep the secret. You see what I say? There's so many situations that enough woman can relate to them thing there, enough man can relate to them thing there. The women them can, you know, and speak on it. I talk about the church. So I remember this lady that shared her story on this top preacher in Jamaica, you know, the top preacher, you know. He man one of the top preacher them in Jamaica, you know, Zane. And the woman, he courted her, they married and so forth and so on. And the man start molest her daughters, them, you know. The top preacher start molest her daughter. And I think she said one of the daughters, they tell her she never believed until she later found out. Yeah, man. Even the virgin named Pastor Lewis. Pastor Lewis was baptized Ninja Man. Pastor Lewis, you know, was tried in court for having 2 underage girls in his hotel room. Now you have to ask yourself the question, how them 2 little girls end up in a pastor hotel room? Mothers or parents or grandmothers, because he's a pastor, them thinks it's fine for him to take them along with him. And he actually beat the case. Him now I sell oil. I say oil make him beat the case. You know, the last time I see him I promote some things. Him actually I sell oil, say oil make him beat the case. Even after they found his DNA in a little girl, V cavity. After they found actually his DNA according to the reports. They found his DNA in a and him still beat the case. Because the jurors them found him not guilty. You can't make this up, you know. The people them were sat on the jury. Yeah. Found Pastor Lewis not guilty even after evidence was found according to the reports. Because what? He is a man of God, him a pastor. You have to know them things there. So we point for mothers and we point for grandma about something. The truth you talk like she church dangerous. I think the church very, very dangerous. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Reggie, good evening.
Yes, yes.
That topic is a topic that we need to talk about more often, you know, because it's a hidden part of our culture, you know.
Big
something
time.
we want to talk about, you know, and it's a big thing, you know. It's a big thing. I remember watching a video and seeing TikTok here. The girl is an American.
Chef, mute up. Yeah, mute up, chef. Thanks.
The girl is an American, and yeah, people on the mute, and the girl at 12 years old, her mother sold her to a pastor, and she was looking for everybody in the church to save her, and she ended up getting married to the pastor at 12. And she say she moved to Florida. If me remember clearly, I think she said on the journey to Florida, the police stopped and asked them what's going on, and the man just played it off, and he was a pastor and he got away with it. Right? So at 12 years old, she was carrying the pastor's child. It is a serious thing what goes on in the church, right? And we hide it, and we use let he as the first sin or whatever the verse say. You know?
Yeah, the first thing cast the first one.
Cast the first stone, and it's wrong.
Yeah.
It was wrong. So many examples. Me remember the case I talked about with the man. I think the man was in a hotel room in Negril
Yeah,
with the
man.
little girl them,
Yeah.
right? My mother, when my mother and my father separated, my mother never lived with a man. Never. Because you know why? She was cognizant of the things that happened. My son don't go nobody yard. Sometimes he asks me say if me crazy, but I'm not crazy because me know how the world set up. Me do social work. I have seen it all. I have seen it. I have seen everything. Every single thing. Me say mother's complicit. Me say mother's collect money and put out them pitney. Me say mother's tell pitney say nothing no go so. Right? It is a real thing, especially in Jamaica. We need to talk about it.
Watch out. Jamaican-born pastor convicted of raping 2 girls in US to be sentenced. New York, United States. A Jamaican pastor here has pleaded guilty of raping 2 teenage girls, one of whom attended his church in the Bronx. On Friday, prosecutors said that Michael Clear, 41, a former pastor at the Harvest Worship Center International, had pleaded guilty to the charges. On Wednesday, Clear was convicted of 2 counts of rape in the second degree when he admitted to sexually abusing both girls. He told them that he raped the 13-year-old congregant on March 9, 2007, and the 14-year-old sometime between September 8 and September 30th. That what him confessed to. However, another report that I saw say he started molesting a girl when she had 9. And guess what? He was deported to Jamaica and him have a church on Spanish Town Road. And I dig up him file and published it when we used to do Facebook. I remember say, are the religious people them shut down my Facebook, you know?
I used to burn out the man there. I'm named Ansel.
I religious people them shut down my Facebook, you know?
Yeah, man, and me remember when I quote the Bible verse a while ago, me remember me see a comment. Let he as the first sin, let he as no sin cast the first stone or whatever. Oh, why the scripture go?
Yeah.
I said it and you came to my mind because me remember that vividly. That was one of the things that they were using against you.
Mothers were saying to me, say me I go on like a me want the man. Mother's virgin. So this pastor, yeah, him have a church on Spanish Town Road right now, you know. He has a church, and I know the wickedest thing. Somebody, I think, I don't know if I'm real mother, but somebody wrote me in my inbox, this is Michael Clear's mother. I'm begging you to take down my son from off the page. The mother.
I gotta tell you about a case in my work on. The little girl, she needed tutoring. The pastor was versed in the area that she needed tutoring. And the man decided that he was going to help her. And the man start tutor the little girls, till him start molest the little girl.
Yeah.
Until she start take off her top, him start do the whole caressing and thing with the little girl. Till him start have sex with her. And this, he started when she was 13 and it went on until she was 15. And one of the things that he used to shut the mother up was he would give them money. Oh, you needed this, because the little girl would relate the problems at home because the home never stable either, right? So the instability in the home also contributes to what the little girl was enduring, and the little girl felt like she needed to continue what was happening to her because
She
her
become the
mom
breadwinner.
needed help. Yes, she become the breadwinner, right? Um, when I was talking to her and things, she was like, she don't want her mother to stop getting the money, and the pastor was just trying to help her, and we had to let her know that it was wrong, and there were other means of getting this kind of funding and thing. And she was upset. She was upset because the family, she's now going to be separated from her mother. Her mother is going to be charged, and one whole heap of things had to come out and was going to happen until we had to break it down and make sure know say, oh, the man wrong, the pastor man wrong. But just saying that to say that these things are real life story. They're happening in real life, and there are people who are turning a blind eye to it. There's one pet peeve of mine. I hate see young girls with big woman and vice versa. Maybe because it is something that from me young, me always say me don't want a big man. But me hate see. No tell me say she are 18 or you 40.
I mean,
The maths in my head always
younger is
is
a big
not
man.
maths.
You mean younger is a
Yeah.
big man?
The maths in my head always gonna take me back say, oh, when she was 2, you were 20, you were 40.
Yeah.
And that's all I can envision. So it's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like it. I don't like to see it, but who am I? Right? Me just think that someone at certain age, how is it a 50-year-old can date a 18 or a 20-year-old, 25-year-old? That just does not make sense. To me. Me don't know, but I just might think that still.
There is a story of a bishop. Yeah, I think his name is Dwight Reed. Yeah, where is his name Dwight Reed? Anyway, yeah, Dwight Reed. 63. I think he married the 19-year-old young lady when he was 61. And I saw there was a viral video of him threatening people that if they come at his wife, what he's gonna do.
Yeah, man, me see the little girl and the thing. Me see, remember.
Was pregnant at 19.
Hmm.
She actually grew up in the church with him.
Yes. Yeah, me remember. Me remember that story there. Me remember it.
And he was he was actually brazen with his justification of his marriage. Yeah. And the church, he's still at the church preaching. Now, if me I go to church there, me I walk the moment that happening. You can imagine we are go church now, Lashika and family. And this little girl run up and down in the aisle. We see her, she come and then next thing we know, says the pastor married to her.
You know that me I tell you with the little girl.
Pastor was pregnant and me still I go to church in Lashika.
That me I tell you with the pastor. Exactly, that me I tell you with the pastor and the little girl a while ago. If we never did a do investigation and thing, it would have continued. It would have continued.
All right,
and I see him thing with the gay thing. Them take the boy them and put them on choir and say, oh, he's just this and he's just that.
Turn them out.
Yeah.
Listen, a woman linked me one time, about 2 years or so back, and she told me her story. And I said to her, let us record him. Let us have a conversation with him and record him. And she gave me the okay. She gave me his number first, and me link him and I say, yo, how can I think this me a year, man? So me and him did I talk to him, I talk to him and him did and him I try deny it, I try deny it, and then I start giving key details. And I said to him, say, but you know, say, she have evidence, you know. So you better just tell me straight up what I go on and make me say if I can talk to the authorities, them have to make you get some leniency if it should go before the court. So him start, you know, tell me everything. I remember tell you the other day, I delete some things out of my Gmail, because my Gmail backed up. So I delete some things out of it, you know, and came up on the recordings them. And let me tell you something. When I did I record it, I never know say I saw it gruesome. Like when me I listen it back. The man a molest her, I put him something in her mouth from she was 7. I mean have them thing up on record. But I can't do nothing with it because she afraid of what his family will do to her family. So she said, I can't release it, I can't do nothing with it. And I said, I just hope one day when I'm still alive, she give me the okay for just release it to the authorities. Because trust me, if you hear her, and the man in a church right now, me I tell you, say man in a church right now.
You want me to share something with you?
Mm-hmm.
You know that a lot of women in Jamaica don't know that they were molested or that they are being molested or abused.
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
Mm-hmm.
When you listen to some of the stories of what our women or even our men have said, right?
Yep.
They didn't know or they don't know versus because it's not something that is taught in our culture, right? We carry it to church. A lot of times we take things to church when church can't help you. Pastor is not a counselor. You need a counselor. You need to go sit with a therapist to help you. I will take you to church. I will say we are pray about it. And the situation still linger. You're unhealed, you're unhealthy, and you go into a relationship with all of that trauma. You can't function. You
You know
cannot
that
function.
mothers find out that people like who them hold in a high regard, hold in a high regard, them find out say them a violate them children, and because them don't want to let go off of that, you know, that person of authority, that person of power, you know, so them keep it. Miss Simpson, you can unmute the mic if you want to
Simone,
add to the conversation, Miss
Simone,
Simpson.
Simone, your name.
Blessing
Oh,
people.
Miss Simpson.
Oh, it's a,
Huh?
hold on, Bright.
On my time it. All right.
Yeah, Miss Simpson,
Yes, sir. Good night.
how are you?
I'm here. Well, me not gonna tell you something 100. I'm not gonna tell you something bad. Cause thank God me live to see another day.
Yes,
I
thanks.
am a stroke victim,
Yes.
so yeah, I kind of understand.
Yeah, man.
But
Speedy
I
recovery.
heard you saying, I always listen to your conversations, and they are real. And when I say real, they are real. People will bash you, yes. I heard them bashing you, and me not stay upon their life because I know what you're saying is reality.
Right.
I remember, you see, before me go there, so you see, many of the pastors, them when you see on pulpit today, they are not Christians. They were trained to be pastors, but they weren't called by God. You had two set of pastors. The man who called by God, different after the one who trained. The one who trained to be a pastor, You have your girl pit near your yard and she has been molested. You no tell the people them say the people them know pastor God never called them. They were molested by these demonic people where God school go train to preach.
Wow.
I took a girl here at my house and she had a story. When I heard her story, She was going to she said, and a pastor, I said, don't say pastor, say a criminal. A pastor from Bagua took her in. But the man don't have a church. The man have a chapel in as a church. And you know what the man did? Took her in the church under the tarpaulin. She said the man started feel her up, and then the man had, you know what, with her in under the tent. Wow. I said to her, "How do you let that happen?" She's a shabby woman. She said, if she never do it with the pastor, she wouldn't have nowhere to go. So when I look at life, no. And if me and my grandpicking in my yard, you would tell me, say, because the man say my pastor, him a molest my grandpicking and him a go pay me, God forbid, I know me, him a pay, because I not take the money. So some of we parents and grandparents with dirty was on them.
Right.
Why are we collecting money from them? Hungry would have to kill me, brother.
My time now, Mr. Simpson.
Hold on. Just what's the one? Is that the name? Just the truth. Sorry, just the truth.
Yeah, man, respect.
Yeah, man.
Listen, it is a sad fact, but it is true. It's hard to swallow, but all of this that happened is true. What you say, social media now, knowledge would have been increased. It's a big thing. You understand? No, people can voice, so much now happen like what used to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it is. And it really hurt, but it's just the truth. You understand? So we can't blame it. But most of the thing is that the people most time people this happen to is vulnerable. Right? They're in a vulnerable situation and again power, because how we look at pastor, especially now people look on pastor, it's a different level. People they respect pastor. Those men could have done so much. They were trusted, right? I don't know, today it come, and not just today, it come from. These men were more trusted 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Them come like lawyer, them come like judge, but sad to say, they manipulate their office. You understand? When you say a pastor, people don't look up to them, and it's sad to know that they really abuse the thing. And so I believe, for me personally, and this is one other thing now. So, say for instance, a non-believer talk about it. Scripture quote, and that the little man that get slash, our woman gets slash 24. Oh, you touch God anointed, yeah? Because people were not educated,
right,
in terms of understanding. So they use it and they manipulate stuff. And I believe personally, this is my take, because I know this, right? A lot of people, even some of the victim. Even right now, you have some victim that never talk. What happened? But hear them say they will never have nothing to do with church. And then somebody might burn them out and say, oh, she ungodly. She just don't, she just don't know how to deal with it. The man godly, and you imagine, but some people may not ask you. Some people, I believe, is silent right now, but never in church, and will never go back to church because of what happened.
The Bible is used as a manipulative weapon.
Because
right?
people don't understand. Because people don't understand it.
It's one of the things that they use to manipulate people. And you touch on the trusting part of it. I remember also reading a post on Facebook where a mother was crying her eyes out. And she learned on Facebook that her son was gay at the time the Facebook in them peak, right? And her son was posting at the time he was 15, and her son was posting about how he loved boys and man and whatever. And she asked him to take the post down and so that they could have and then they could have a conversation. She came back to Facebook to note that her son was molested by her business partner that she would leave her son with occasionally. The molestation started since he was 9 years old, and it continued up until the time where she asked her son to take the post down about his love for men and all of that. And at that time, he was 15 years old.
But
Right?
you see, remember the one the other day with a grown man now came across and he must say, he might go do something unlawful to some man where I think him said it was some top man who grew up where in the community, took him in a car and all manner of things with him. And he
Yeah,
was
man, there's one, I don't know if it's him you're talking about, one in Canada who consistently speak about what happened in the revival church, and he called them by name. Him call them by him community, him bad man community that he lives in, and what they do to him.
right.
He's on TikTok.
Right. Simon,
Good night, Mr. Vegas.
how are you?
Good night, everyone. I'm okay.
Good night, sir.
It's a good topic to touch on because in the church, they cover up it. They protect the pastor. When they report it, they must say,
the church, we're just looking at
Yeah,
different
yeah.
scenarios.
yes, that's something that
because
happened.
sinners in them house are do it too.
Yes, that's true. That's something that is widespread in Jamaica. When the man have money, some of the parents them uphold with it,
Right.
and the man give them money and then just let it go. I live in St. Elizabeth, and that happens very frequently. Look at 16, 15-year-old girls, the man they have money, then they're with them. I don't know if I can use that language. And the parents are okay with it because the man have money.
Like the Moravian pastor, we get 8 years for having 2 underage sisters.
Yeah. Okay, I know the girl them the government build them a house in in Bellevue scheme. They're big girls now.
Get information, guys. Sensitive. Bright, jump in.
All right. Blessings, Vegas. Blessing people. I got. Oh, I don't know. If a person, a guy touch my pitney when I'm underage, me I go dirty. Me I say straight up. But at the same time, so me at 23, me my girlfriend at 40 plus. So me I say some like older people, like older woman. Is me I say.
You're an adult though.
Huh? Yeah. When I'm an adult, me not care. Me I say they can do whatever they want. But when they're underage, pastor, me not care who the guy is now. You reach like, I could have even Bill Gates. Dirty right now. Is me I say. Let my children them be children when they're my children. Is me I say. I just let me believe. I'm not touch nobody pitting either because, as me say, I love like older woman. Is me I say.
I'm a G. What you see, I don't really get involved with adults making consensual agreement. But when it comes down to children and the cover up that comes with it, and some mothers who go along with it, some of them living in fear, and you have some mothers like me and Megs know somebody like one person.
Like even you in Vegas, it's stronger than me, because all the boy that play with the boy, your son, when you're younger boy, I don't know. But you have to give him one box or even one chop in the head, I don't know. Something, even one big stone you would have to get in the head, I don't know.
Easier said than done. And maybe as a father, there's so many different outcomes. The reason why I did have to say something is because somebody close to me. I want to tell you, even speaking of that, a crime applied to somebody at night time, when I think was my friend, Me cry to that person more than what me even cry to the woman.
See.
Me there at the yard and yo, me just can't tell everything. Me never even talk about it, bro. But the biggest betrayal for me is a mother is actually a woman who made the things so me and her they cool. And me I cry to her at night time and I say, it says something about my son, I'm a black car, I say, I'm a son that. No matter what, I'm a people still. I'm a black car. I remember me tell us that the woman decided that she was going to launch a campaign against me. After hear that woman never have a boy pit me, the way she came out and tell, it should be a new thing, and she just come out one night and just tell them everything what happened to my son.
Yeah.
I tell her, so I kick into one gear. I say, yo, I go, yo, the way I did make up my mind, the day I get up, I'm going to pick up a fire stick. And I never business, all my dress, never business, all my look, and I just prepare, say, is either when police them come, them I go analyze me and I go to prison. And when I get there, brother, and the boy, I'm telling him age, and I say, I tell him real age. I'm say, call him mother. And he call him mother. And I get to realize that even the boy and mother didn't know where I go on. That I get to realize, even in the conversation what lead up to when he run off. Cause when he run off, I don't even know star. Come like sitting just hold my back star. And just say, yo, you're not give them people the victory, you know. Cause any you do this, you know, you're gonna go to prison. Or you go, and them are gonna laugh, and them are gonna get the last laugh. But it's rough, bro, because I want us to. It's so many things because when you really look into it, you go analyze him now, and you have 6 more youth, and you have a little one, them now. Me not go there to protect them. What will happen to them?
Good thinking.
That I think, you know what?
That's the point. So we can't allow it rough. You can't allow feelings and all of them things because especially you have, even if it's a one child you have, we are going to who will protect your child now? So you see, friend, we have to move with intelligence now more than feeling because that's why so much, especially we, man, in a prison system. Because we not think twice and work the thing out. And so we can't allow for move governed by impulse and inclination. And then tomorrow, them same people, they suffer worse. 2 times, because you their prison them and feel it. And then you can provide for them, then our next man come do the same thing.
And it would have prevented his healing journey as well because it would have further damaged him, as you say. Because whatever happened to the son, no, and then him father gone to prison.
Shika.
You understand what I'm saying?
Here I go on. You see if a guy touch my kid, see? Me I go dirty me. Yes, me I say and then me I go dirty me and me I call the police once the police want me to fear me come to talk to him and I can't touch my daughter. Or my son.
Brother, there's so many fathers there before the court right now who do that, brother. Some of them get time. Because premeditated.
Yeah.
Premeditated, yeah.
What they get away with?
Bro, and you're the wickedest thing. You say if you didn't even want to do something illegal, you can't do nothing illegal because people know. You share it with people and people know.
Yeah.
You with solace, so I find tonight. I find solace in it. The fact said, you as a mother know if the man they should come around your youth them, you pay special attention. You understand what I say? So at least me know say it is out there and his face will forever be out there. You understand what I said? Because and him tell me straight up say he molest me youth. So I not ask if he molest me youth. So I say. So I find solace to know say at least me expose him. They know say I check for them youth, we care for them children. I got at least monitor the situation and but the part of it where parents people don't understand how that's something dangerous, you know. You know where you love your picnic and everything, you know. when you come around now, you know, it's like so many things around to your mind, like it's a never healing thing, you know, brother. Because you're basically you know where you're lying. You see what I'm saying? Like Carter and Jalani them and the little girl them, the younger one them. Like me watch them like a heart brother. Like
Yeah, man.
yes, you understand what I say? Like me overly protective to the point where me watch them like a heartbeat. Like I'm my boy I gonna be 18 a year. And listen me man, me no wish this man no parent be. Just honestly me I tell you, me no wish this man no parent, brother. Cause
I have never been in that position, but I do the same thing for my son. I am overly protective of him. I maybe because my line a job still, but
right.
I
You have
protect him.
information.
I protect him so much, like so much. Sometimes you have to beg me,
Yeah,
you have
but
to be like,
Mr.
Mom,
Deandre are going to the military. I going to the military and when all the brethren pick him up, you know, like, me feel, he come up, he's a paranoid man, be like, me, me call him every minute, be, and me I say, ain't nobody violate, you know, just stop the car, me come pick you up, you know. No make no man all that touch all the gear stick and make him on brush can say, like, bro, you never,
no,
you
but
don't want to go through that as a parent, bro. Anyway, me don't want to get too caught up in it because I'm Sophia.
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, she just mute up. Yeah.
No, I'm here. I can relate to what you're saying. There's not enough sources and help for them. So I fully get it, and they don't teach it enough in school, you know. So it's that whole point. I have 2 kids. I have a son with that special needs, right? So I can relate to everything there.
Yeah, man. Winner.
boy,
white line for winner, I know.
Oh,
yeah, man,
sorry,
greetings.
sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
sorry.
greetings.
Go to white line. Go to.
Yeah, man, I say greetings, everybody.
Greetings.
Yeah, one of the thing which I was listening the conversation earlier on. It is not a bad thing to be overly protective. You know what I mean? I can tell you this. As I would go up in a church. And I tell you, it's a church is where you find most of the pedophile them. Yeah, I tell you. You find a lot of pedophile in the church. So you see you pedophile them. Yeah, I tell you. You find a time that your youth are in your insurance have to inform and educate your children them about predators. Because it's a real world we are living in. And it's better to be safe than sorry. At the end of the day, for you to be you go back and explain to the child, you know what I mean? You have to be very protective of your youth them because it's a real world. And these pedophiles are everywhere. You know, and it is sad to say that a place where oftentimes we believe we should during spring break, you have people which are volunteering in a where they teach like swimming lesson, and these people are there. They are pedophile, molesting the youth. Where they teach like molesting the youths, but yet it is a reputable organization. Think that this is a free program. Let me just let my children get in this program and a swimming lesson, all of these. And then at the end of the day, you're gonna expose your child to something which will have can have a lifetime impact upon their mind. So definitely it is not a bad thing when I listen to Mr. Vegas. I say, boy, you're kind of paranoid and everything. It's a real world. And that's real emotion as a father, as a protector for the home. You're gonna feel that way. And we have to ensure that we scan
people and know the homes after which your children are going to, who they're playing with. You have to scan people. You have to become your own little detective. You know what I mean?
The thing that is most telling, and relate to it, is like, because we know of stories like me and Megs have a story where we have some commonality with individuals, and it's somebody who got molested the child, his family member, and the family and this youth now turn out, and when I say how the youth was so bright and everything, and him just totally went, south. And you realize it make it even more paranoid, because say hurt people. You see what I say? And that are the part where is the most troubling part of the whole thing. It's like hurt people.
Yeah.
There's another story of a youth where they go that he go to one of these institutions, and he got violated in the institution, and he came home and violated his brother. You see what I say? When you hear these stories, and say you're a youth, go through certain things. You as a father, it have you. It's like your world turned upside down. You have to be super. It's like.
And that's why I mentioned earlier. Sorry to cut you if you don't mind.
Yeah, man.
That's why I mentioned earlier that we need to encourage, especially our fellow Black brothers and sisters, that therapy, counseling, we need to be a part of it, right? Pastor is not a trained therapist. Pastor is not a trained counselor. They are not a psychotherapist. They are not a psychologist. So we need to go and sit down and participate in these sessions for our own well-being. We need to stop dismissing our children, our brothers, our sisters, our children, our brother, follow you to this place. I will research it and you can go there. Because one of the things is that we say, oh no, do me good man, I'm fine. But you are unable to see the wounds to your mental. You're unable, you can't see. It is hidden. Sometimes there's this young lady that I know right now, and she cuts her skin, and that's another thing, right? Nice, beautiful. I can't see the young lady that I have money, living the lavish life, but guess what happened? Her stepfather is irritating her, and she's afraid to tell her mother.
Wow.
Right? She came to Jamaica, and she was molested by her people them in her house. Think she say our cousin man or something like that. She's afraid to speak about it because in her head she's going to disrupt her family.
Cutting is one of the common things, Cutting is one of the common things.
Yeah. One of the things that she said to me, I asked her, what do you mean? How does he touch you and stuff like that? She said she has a little brother, and the man will come in her bedroom to take up her brother out of the bed. And these hands are rubbing on her boobs. Another thing that she does is always trying to enter the room, so she always lock her door. Because she have to cope. It's a coping mechanism for her.
Wow. To inflict the punishment on herself.
Right.
Wait up.
Hey, what's up, man? Boy, I'm new father to the game. My son him just get one time, come give me, boy, I should have sleep. Because he's just one. And Vegi, me never used to see the world. I know the world is a cruel place, but it's like once in born, me paranoid brethren. It's like everything is just evil, everything when me I see, is just something that can ruin him and make me overprotective. I used to look at other persons before I had him, you know, like, why not make a boy walk to school, man? Why not drive him and his school over there? So, man, I'm carrying him everywhere that I can because
Yes,
every moment I don't have my eyes on him is a moment where disaster can strike. And he, at his age, he's unable to take care of himself. Everything is about parents and making the sound decision as parents, you know, making best interest in his circumstances and situation, because as I said, these things can ruin a child forever. At his as parents, it does something.
I think the child is a winner. You as a parent too.
True.
Mother, father,
You know,
everybody hurting a lot, you know.
As I talk about mental health, you know, I remember, because I'm a man, me independent, me like to work and have my things. And I got redundant, Viegi. And my girlfriend at the time, which is now my wife, she's saying that, yo, something wrong with you. And I said, no, man, me good, man, me a cope. You know, man. And, yo, me start have third speech. It's like the words that mommy want to say, I know what I want to say, but they're coming out and they're coming out twisted. And this has been going on for probably about a year or so. And me, I said, no, man, me good. And she said, no, you're not, your memory, you're not holding good memory. It's like things I'm not remembering, stuff that I said I'm not remembering them. But to me, as an individual, I am okay. I am well, everything functional, but it's not so. You know, I was struggling because I was no longer working, no longer making the money I used to, the lifestyle that I used to, I can't do it again. And that was, you said that sometimes you as a person think that you are okay, but you're not. And that's why I rely heavily on family and the structure around family to see the things so that you can help you to cope. And we need to check on each other more, call a friend. And everybody's coping it right now, especially in trying times all over the world. Call and check on people.
Yeah, man, for real, man, for real.
And you can't.
But all in all, people, great reason for the topic. I'm gonna want dwell upon it all evening. Check out the song Trapped. I think Itana did a masterful, you know. And take your own time and listening. Nobody rush to listening because it's not going anywhere. Listen it in time and hope it finds you some form of healing and so forth and so on. I remember this is just the page or have these type of conversation and music, and subscribe to Let's Politics Religion with Mr. V. And we're gonna head over there, you know, after this in another 10 minutes. So bless upon yourself, check out the platform. Keep subscribing and keep liking and keep reposting. Thanks so much, Lashika, Miss Simpson. Simpson, winner, White Line. Big up on yourself. Peace.